Let me be clear, I'm not making this orange cheesecake just because I promised so. I'm sharing this very recipe because it's unique. High heat without water bath, bottomless, no fuss, super easy, super moist and creamy, plus full of orange flavor. And don't confuse it with the Basque Burnt Cheesecake. It's totally different. To make this cake, you need to have some orange paste at hand. If not, please go back and check my orange paste recipe first. Other than that, you also need a pound of Philadelphia cream cheese, 3 cups of heavy cream, 200 grams of eggs. Depending on size, you may need 5 or even 3. Lastly, 1 tablespoon cornstarch. This recipe makes 1 8-inch tall cake. Here I use a bottom removable cake mold, but you may also use a springform pan. Put a piece of parchment paper on the bottom, no need to grease it. Now come to the super easy batter making part. In a big mixing bowl, add a softened cream cheese. Use a hand mixer to beat it till creamy. Of course, you can use no mixer, but only a spatula, which requires just a little muscle power. Use a spatula to scrape the sides. Then add all orange paste at once. Do note both the cream cheese and the orange paste should be at room temperature. Beat to incorporate. Do remember to scrape the sides once in a while. Next, beat in the eggs to the mixture one by one. With each adding, beat till the egg is just incorporated. But after the last one, do take a little time to make sure all eggs are well mixed and the batter is smooth. Scrape the sides. Then sift in the cornstarch. And beat gently till no white bit is visible. Lastly, while the mixture is on, carefully and slowly pour in the heavy cream till the last drop is in. After that, give the mixture a final quick mix to make sure there are no white strips visible. Use a spatula to scrape the sides and fold the mixture a couple of times to double check if things are missed at the bottom. After that, slowly pour the batter into prepared cake pan. If your pan isn't tall enough, please use a larger mold as the cake will rise another 5 centimeters or 2 inches higher. Bake immediately at oven preheated at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 to 60 minutes. The top will be golden brown and it will be concerningly jiggly. But don't worry, you want it to be delicate. Cool the cake to room temperature and then chill in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, better overnight. You will find the cake will have slightly sunk in the center. Use a knife or an unmolding tool to unmold the cake. Then it will be not difficult to take the cake out of the ring. Now the bottom may seem to be leaking a little bit. It's normal in this cake. But if it's super damp at the bottom, you may need to add 1 or 2 more tablespoons of the starch to the batter next time, which will alleviate the leakage but change the creaminess of the cake. Let's cut a slice, shall we? Looks super creamy, doesn't it? If you want, before serving, drizzle the slice with some orange sauce. But you can go without it, as the cake is tasty on its own. I'm super tentative to have the first bite after waiting so long, but I know you must be super curious of the texture, and the best way to show you, I think, is to use my fingers. So I tear a little piece of the slice, the cake will not crumble. Rather, it will drag along a little till the end pieces separate. Now, if I run my finger through a few times, I can feel the smoothness and creaminess. Satisfied? Okay, bye-bye. I'll have the piece all to myself now. See you next time.